Good morning, everyone. Sorry, 2 minutes late. Yep. Jeez. Having a problem. I am going to fix the Facebook thing again right now. I tried to do it beforehand, but it doesn't let me. I was trying to add two more episodes on here so you had something to click onto for a reminder and stuff later. So that's what I was doing when I was trying to get on here in time. That did not work. All right. Let's see if I can edit this. I have no idea which one. Changes. So I guess one of them is fixed. I'm sorry, gotta fix the other one. Save changes. Not that there were any. Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. It is a rainy day here, which we're kind of welcoming that. We really needed some rain. Cooled things off a little bit. Thankful for that, too. Uh, yeah, getting stuff done. I'm finding myself doing intricate work, going through all my tools and nuts and bolts and screws and organizing. So, and I keep getting the words organizing. So I believe this is a really good month or a good full moon to get your stuff in order, get things organized. I was even asking them a little today. I didn't get to even put any rings or anything on today. I'm just me in the raw today. It's a rainy day, so it makes it so you can sleep in a little bit. It's not that I really slept in much. But anyhow, I was asking them what is a good stone and stuff for today also. And they're telling me like emerald green. So even if you were wearing green today, there's still a lot of healing going on with a lot of people and a lot of people's lives, a lot of transitions going on. And they're showing me people like holding their breath and just waiting for the next shoe to drop kind of thing. And I know people who are going through that as well. It's a very interesting time that we do live in. So just try to keep yourself centered and focused. Do what you know is right. You know, do and think positive things. Treat people in a positive manner. Um, it just, all right. They always say, give the enemy no place to strike. So that means don't screw up. Don't do shit that's wrong, and people won't have reason to be upset with you, right? So that's just that is the message, and I feel like it's for this entire month. Actually, it should be a daily experience thing, but right now it feels like people are really just tiptoeing around, walking around on the edge of precipices, and you can fall one way or the other. So, and a lot of people are feeling like they're under attack. So if so, then make sure you're not crossing lines that you really shouldn't be crossing. Maybe if you need to have that chat with someone, maybe I don't know, maybe wait, try to do it tactfully, whatever you have to do. There's just a lot of interesting energy running rampant out there right now. So just try to hold on. Go in and check with yourself. Is there anything that needs fine tuning? Even diets, like right now, I'm really trying to focus on fine tuning my diet, things like that. And go doing all this intricate work around the house. It's like fine tuning everything. Um, I'm taking grass from out front. And we're uh, having paying my friend to do some edging out there, and so every time he takes up some grass, we have some holes in the yard. So I'm filling them up with sand and dirt, and then trying to lay some grass. Even though most of the stuff that's on the edge of the sidewalk is kind of like weeds or whatever. Probably not a good thing to be planting, but trying to give it a head start. Thought about putting some grass seed down in there, but right now I'm just trying to do a quick fix. And I think I'm going to have to do the grass seed later anyway because I got sand in there. Does anybody know? Does grass, will it grow on sand? I try to put a little bit of regular dirt down in there on top of the sand, but just a little. So I don't know if it'll take hold or if I'm going to have to start over. So I might just try it with some dirt and do it the right way if this doesn't take hold. So anyway, it's all those little details, all those little things that people maybe have left undone, things like that. Feels like now's the time to do them. We're ready to go into fall. So even though it's hard to believe and you're in the extreme heat of summer right now in August, especially if you guys are in the southern states, oh my lord, it's probably like boiling out there. Anyway, um, trying to fix and prepare. And those are the words they're giving me. So I'm going to ask Spirit, because I like starting off this way right now. What is the general message? And then I'm going to do the cards like I normally do. So sometimes we get that double and triple confirmation. I also want to see what the emerald's about. I do believe the emerald is very good. It protects the heart, really good for health things. So a lot of health purposes, a lot of healthy heart stuff. So that emerald and green is good for prosperity as well. They're saying emerald green. So if they're telling me a stone is emerald green, I picked this out right away. This is my fluorite. It's really cool. It has all kinds of colors in it. It's so wild. I love it because it looks like an eyeball. So I picked that. And then while I was picking this up, this literally fell out of my cabinet on me. So this is like, I think this is the moss. It's a moss agate. Moss agate or tree agate. Color's a little weird today because it's really dark in here, so I have to put on artificial lighting. Yeah. So then this was just jumping out at me. So the hematite had to come out here. Oh, look. I can see the little red dot on my camera. So hematite's good for healing, taking fever out of areas. You know, I should place it on my ankle. I twisted my ankle. I don't even know if I talked about it last week. Just stupidly mowing the lawn, just stepped in the wrong place. We got a little hill, and then there's a little hole again, which I filled in. And I'm trying to fill in with grass and everything. And I did mention it because last full moon was supposed to be about watching the ankles and stuff. So we just had a full moon yesterday or the 8th. So let's see. And I'm going to go over it. Yes, that is the Aquarius moon. So it's a full moon that occurs between July 23rd and August 23rd. And it's an Aquarius. It's for wishes come true. I can help with. We're only 2 days out. So, it affects 3 days before and 3 days after. Can make people a little more moody or unstable or wacky. If you go around, you see people doing the silliest things out on the street. Can make people a little nutty. So if you're experiencing any of that, plus, if I'm correct, I think we are in Mercury retrograde now too. So that just amplifies things a little bit. So again, I think we did show this last week, but for those who maybe didn't get to see it, it's good for creating detachment, inspiration, and keeping a broad, unbiased outlook, humanitarian and charitable matters, telepathy and mental ingenuity, expanding a social circle and getting together with friends, healing patterns with the ankle, healing problems with the ankles. Well, bring it on. I need some, because you know what? It's more sore now than it was after a couple days after it happened. It's really interesting. It's starting to swell again. So I thought I was sitting down more, but maybe I'm not. Okay. So you can do a ritual still, because we're still in that 3-day time frame. Light a blue candle and burn incense or oil of lavender or pine and say, "High moon in Aquarius, grant me something marvelous." Now follow this with specific words of your choosing and finish the spell by repeating the rhyme 3 times. So you'll say, "High moon in Aquarius, grant me something marvelous. High moon in Aquarius, grant me something marvelous. High moon in Aquarius, grant me something marvelous." And that's after you state all your specifics, like, "Oh, please help me with my ankle. Let the healing begin. Thank you for my healing," things like that. And whatever it is that you need to detach from, maybe it's items, objects, people, situation, a thought or idea, all those kind of things. And if you do light the candle and do this, we always say anoint your candle using that oil that they're talking about, or when all else fails, I like to you do Nag Champa or um, even sage helps like cast out negativity, but bringing in positivity like Palo Santo. Um, what else? Maybe some cinnamon. But focusing on the positive. Let's see what else was I going to say about that. All right, so let me go ahead and the anoint the candle. You just drop one drop of oil on your finger and you like rub the top of your candle where you're going to light it along the top, and then you light it. That's just anointing your candle, and you can say a little prayer that it grants you something marvelous. You can do that little rhyme. It's all helpful. Your intention is strong and it goes to work for you. All right. So I'm going to say a quick good morning to everybody. Then I'm going to ask Spirit what the message is that they can tell me, speak to me this morning. So good morning, Dreamweaver. Good morning, Mama. Good morning, Auntie. Good morning, Kelly. And good morning, everybody else that may be out there. Or whenever you're watching it, it could be good evening, right? All right, Spirit, please tell me and show me what it would be good for everyone to know or work on this week of August 10th, 2025. What is the general message here today? They're saying everything is happening in threes right now. So whatever it is that you're noticing, like, geez, I got injured, and then you heard somebody else got injured, and then somebody else got injured. That's things happening in threes, or even in your own life. Like, wow, I just found a penny on the ground. Wow, I just found a quarter on the ground. Wow, I just found another penny on the ground. Finding money, and if it happens in threes, just pay attention to the synchronicity of threes. And also, if you're really working on problem solving, sometimes working with three people, the power of three is really important at times also. So just remember three. And when you state things, is it Tesla that said it? That you, when you're manifesting, saying, all right, prosperity is on its way to me now. Prosperity is on its way to me now. Prosperity is on its way to me now. More than enough to pay my bills. You had to make sure you say the same exact thing three times a day. So I just said it three times, and I'll have to say it three more times, like this afternoon, three more times this evening when I go to bed, whatever, but 3 times 3. So now we're 9. So think of threes for this, at least this next week, if not this whole month. All right, Spirit. What else do I need to know? It's good and important here. They're saying whatever plagues you now, they're showing me the sun, and they're singing that song. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. So it does feel like things are going to get better. It's like you're under the gun right now. Things needs to be stabilized. Things need to be worked on. That's why I think there's a fine tuning of everything. Like put yourself in the driver's seat, but in the driver's seat of perfecting what you can perfect. Organization, leaving no room for the enemy to strike, leaving no room for contest or, those kind of things. Triple check your works right now. Like if you are filling out an application or anything, making sure you're going over 3 times or have maybe 3 sets of eyes look at it. If you can't find something, have 3 people look for it. It's just like a new outlook, a new, it's perfecting what you can. Protecting what you can. All right, Spirit. What else? Anything else here? There's a stagnant flow of energy right now because people seem to be on an all-time low at the moment. They're saying people are fighting to stay awake at the wheel. And I know they mean this figuratively. Unless you're really that tired. So it's almost like this is not the time to be on autopilot. You really need to do the work right now. You need to fix yourself in some way or another. And if it's not fixing, it's fine tuning. Um, or anything that you can adjust just to be better, come off better, present yourself better, be better. Even if it could be diet, it could be how people look at you, it could be at work, it could literally be anything, anywhere. How do you feel about yourself? Are there things that need to get done? Then by all means do them. This is a doer month. Do. That's what I'm feeling. So everybody has some stuff to get done, and now it's time to do it. I know it's hard, especially if it's outdoor work. Oh my goodness, believe me, it's so hot. But I think it's more the fine tuning of things. So it might be more on the personal level. And if you're at work and you feel that you've been sleeping behind the wheel at work and maybe not doing the best at your job, maybe you should be paying more attention to detail right now. Yeah, that's kind of the major message that I'm getting psychically for everyone. So let's go see what the cards have to say. I'm always excited about that. Oh, and by the way, Mama, I think I found all my receipts, but guess what? The receipt I found that I needed to mail in, well, the first one, the bottom half that you mail in for the rebates to Menards, all got faded away like something wet got it and washed everything away. So now I have to wait till Monday so I can make a phone call to the headquarters and ask them how I can do that. If I can send in a copy of the receipt proving that I'm not trying to pull one over, that thing just disintegrated. So I'm excited about that. And on the bottom, first they say it's good until such and such, and then somewhere else I read that you have a year to get your receipts in. So it's like, which is it? So I have to make a phone call. All right. See, it's those fine details. So don't just send things in thinking you're going to get it. If you have to, you contact people, say, so-and-so told me I need to do A, B, and C. So this is me working on my fine details and sorting out nuts and screws to make my life easier in the long run. When I go to fix something, I'm like, I don't know if I got it. I got to look through. I have 40 drawers in my little tool chest thing. Yeah. I don't want to sit there and look through 40 drawers and dig through everything. Now it took me an entire day and a half because it's going to take me some today to do, but it's going to be worth it in the end. All right. So here we go. Where's my other cards? All right. We're going to start with Mystic Forest today. Mystic Forest. All right, Spirit. What does everyone need to know? What's best going to help everyone in their path in life, especially this week of August 10th? Okay, 2 cards jumped out at me already, so let's see what they are. Let it be, let it be. Did we get that last week? I know I read this somewhere for somebody. See, the lighting in here is going to be a little tricky for my camera, I think. I'm going to try to get it to refocus. There we are. Come on. If you need to solve a problem, ask yourself, what is the simplest way to proceed? When you call forth the simplest path, it appears, and vice versa. That's a good one. That's kind of similar to what the message was this morning here. So if you need to solve a problem, ask yourself, what is the simplest way to proceed? The least resistance, right? When you call forth the simplest path, it appears, and vice versa. Very good advice. So sometimes you don't have to try so hard to make something happen. Even if there's, a lot of people on the new health regimen or something, maybe you're killing yourself at the gym or something. Maybe that is not what is necessary. Maybe it's just so simple. Maybe it's a matter of taking the right supplements and just doing. I used to be a toning instructor. Now, you only push against your body's natural force. You don't need to pick up 100 pounds of weight. If your body pressure only pushes pushes 40 pounds, when you push, you're still building muscle. Push and pull, instead of lifting and forcing your body to overachieve. So that's kind of like let it be kind of thing. I like that. All right, the next card that came out for that is Wild and Wonderful. Why why focus on limitations and realism? Breakthroughs and miracles require no linear explanation or method. Unexplainable and illogical magic happens every day. That's true. Not everything makes sense. You can't just be logical about everything. What is a wild and wonderful way to make miracles happen in your life? Why focus on limitations? Like, nah, that's not going to happen because I only got A, B, and C. But what if that wasn't required? What if there's another way you can make that wonderful thing happen or appear in your life? Just manifest it. I've been working on manifesting a perfect cart to go in my kitchen that fits in this specific space. There was one this weekend. I probably should have got it. It was like the perfect height and width that I needed, but I thought it was too expensive. I got home, I looked online. Oh my goodness. It was like 5 times more online. But again, it was old though. So, I mean, yard sales are supposed to be for, it's hard to sell expensive things at a yard sale. Let's put it that way. But this cabinet was awesome. And as soon as I left, it was bought. So there was no turning around for it. So you think you found that perfect thing, you might work really quick on a way to obtain it. Because you never know. Things might only be available for that moment. All right, I feel like I need to pick 2 cards. Okay, Spirit. What else does everyone need to know? What does everyone need to know? Interesting ones. Okay. And again, I'm still thinking everything's all heart-based, especially with that emerald that was coming through, where I can't wait to go look up what that's all about. Am I in my head or in my heart? Good question. These are the good screenshot ones. So is that Wild and Wonderful and Let It Be. As long as they got a lot of writing on them, they're really good. All right. What is the quality of your self-talk? Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, the fears and the limitations will take over. Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, yeah. The fears and limitations will take over. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of your own life, of our own life. Where your head meets your heart is where, muscles begin. Where miracles happen. That is your best muscle, is your heart. Okay, so again, where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. And we're talking about miracles here, right? So again, can't make this stuff up. Today's soul action. Today, master your mind. Watch an inspiring video. Do some tapping. I tried that a couple times. Read an empowering book or write out all your reasons why you believe in yourself and your dreams. That's beautiful. So yes, remember why you're focusing in a certain area so you can always focus on the positive. When your mind starts going to that negative, dark place, go look in your book of reasons why. I mean, you can have a whole book that's on spiritual thoughts and ideas. Maybe you could tab the page so you could just flip to it easy, because there's lots of things you can write down. Like the male and female work, all the positive aspects of every male in your life, if you're female and looking for a male, and every positive aspect of a female that's been in your life if you're a male looking for a female, and vice versa. And then all the positive things about yourself. What things do you have to live for today? What goals do you have? And write a little check mark box. Did you achieve that goal? Put a check mark next to it so you're ready to move on to the other one. So you're not focusing on too many things at once. Post little Post-its on your refrigerator or your bathroom mirror or something where you're going to see it every day. Practice doing that positive self-talk. Remember what you're supposed to be focusing on. Never more than 3 things. Okay, the next card. Who am I ready to forgive? Oof. Man, there's such big balls of wax in that one for a lot of people. All right, let's see. Here we go. Nope, there. Yep. I don't know if that the lines are like choppy on your end. It's this lighting I have to use. All right. I am not what happened to me. I am who I choose to become. It is time to let go, forgive, and move onward. Is your soul ready to forgive someone else or yourself? Forgiveness brings sweet release, freedom, and insight. Look at it from their shoes. Notice how you grew and what you learned. Who do you want to become? And how is this resistance holding you from what your soul wants? Weren't we saying that people have to start paying attention to those intricate little parts? And I'm telling you, journaling is some of the best ways to achieve what you're trying to achieve. Today's selection: write a forgiveness letter, then practice the Ho'oponopono. I can't even say it. Then the Ho'oponopono prayer today while thinking of the person you are ready to forgive. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Beautiful. And again, whatever you do, I still say, because they're even telling me now, do it 3 times. Everything in threes right now. 3 times 3. 3 times a day. 3 times a day. Almost sounds like a prescription. All right. What's next? I was going to do a rune card. I don't know. Anybody have a preference? My side deck or a rune card? Go ahead and post it. I'll wait and see which card should we pull. Meantime, I will go ahead and pull a trinket. All right, Spirit, what's best going to help everyone in their path in life? What is it that everyone can utilize or needs to know, needs to work on or work with? Okay, what's that? Oh. Okay. I'm going to take this out of its wrapper. And this is, you can't make this shit up. This is all going hand in hand. There are things that just need to be put to the wayside. So what came out is, all right, this is a double meaning as I look at it now. It's in the shape of a coffin, which means you need to put things to rest. You need to finally get things done. And what no longer serves you, you need to push to the side. What needs to change? What needs to change in you so that the new life can begin? Because the spider is creation. It's creating a new life, living the webs that you weave. So whatever you do comes back to you, good, bad, or indifferent. So, if you know you're doing something that's unsavory or whatever, it will come back to you. And that is the life and experience you're going to create for yourself. Or are you helping others or loving others? Are you putting your best foot forward? Then that is what will come and create itself in your life. So it's a wonderful message. It's putting stuff to rest. Finally putting an end to the old way of life that's outworn or outmoded, just doesn't work anymore. And it's time to try something new and create that new life that you've always wanted. That is awesome. I love that. It's beautiful. Okay. Rune. All right. We got the quest for the rune master. All right. I put off the book. All right, Spirit. What's best going to help everyone in their path in life, especially for this week of August 10th, 2025? All right, Spirit. Let me pick the right card. It helps to best suit everyone. This one's stuck in my hand. Like, my hand didn't really want to go any further. Ooh. See? This actually, again, you can't make this shit up. This goes with the spider. The figure 8 represents the spider. Also represents fertility. What's the word I'm looking for? The infinity symbol. So, fertility. Working on things that are going to be more fruitful in your life. What's going to gain you more sweetness? They say you can't get flies with vinegar, so what can you get flies with? So be kind, be sweet, work on your soul's purpose. What does your soul want to achieve? That may be the best direction to go. So let me go ahead and get the book here. And they're telling me a cleansing needs to be done, and we just keep getting this all over the place here. So you definitely can't make that up. So 100. Let's see, page 100. And look at it if I pull the right side up or upside down. I hate when I do that. All right, 100. This is what the rune symbol looks like. This is Gibo. No, Ingwis, I'm sorry. Ingwis. This is what the rune looks like. So you can actually draw that symbol on things if you want to work with this, because fertility is a really good symbol. Okay, this rune is akin to the moon, the intuitive part of our nature, with its urge toward, in case you want to screenshot, with its urge towards harmonizing and adjusting in the sphere of personal relationships. Ingwis embodies the need to share, the yearning to be desired, a search after similarities. The completion of beginnings is what Ingwis requires. It may mark a time of joyous deliverance, of a new life, a new path, a rune of great power. Drawing it means that you now have the strength to achieve completion, resolution, from which comes new beginning. Above all, completion is crucial here. Is this not what all this is saying right now, including our beautiful little spider coffin there? This is so cool. All right. Completion is crucial. It may be timely that you complete some project now. If so, make that your first priority. Perhaps a difficult state of mind can be resolved, clarified, turned around. Drawing this rune indicates that you must fertilize the ground for your own deliverance. All things change, and we cannot live permanently amid obstruction. I say that to people who are going through difficulty constantly. Ingwis signals your emergence from a closed chrysalis state. As you resolve and clear away the old, you will experience a release from tension and uncertainty. You may be required to free yourself from a rut, habit, or relationship, from some deep cultural or behavioral pattern, some activity that was quite proper to the self you are leaving behind. The period at or just before birth often is a dangerous one. Movement involves danger, yet movement that is timely leads out of danger. Now it is time to enter the delivery room. Another of the cycle runes Ingwis counsels preparation. Being centered and grounded, freeing yourself from all unwanted influences, and seeing the humor. You are indeed prepared to open yourself to the will of heaven and can await your deliverance with calm certainty. Beautiful message. Oh my God. And again, you just can't make that shit up. I'm going to say it 25 times today. All right. So I was just seeing something before I went to bed last night, and I've seen it a lot, and I keep forgetting to do it myself. But we literally get our energy and abilities to change, our abilities to get more restful sleep, to be better people, to feel better, to be more connected, and actually helps kick in your mind and your willfulness and all that stuff when you get grounded. And grounded is serious. It's not just thinking about putting roots into the ground. You literally have to go outside, be barefooted, and go touch the ground and the grass. Not so much the asphalt or the concrete, but in the dirt, the grass, sand, things like that. The ground was meant to connect us and charge us. We don't just need the sun, we also need the earth and the water. So if you go into any of these things, your body needs it. It will get healthier. If you go with bare feet or bare hands or sit on the ground, whatever you're going to do, as long as your body is touching the earth, that's what you need to do. So that's like a strong urgency message I feel that I really had to pass along to people. Because again, with that emerald, the healing, the heart healing, all this stuff really needs to take place before any of these beautiful things come into our lives. Because then you have to ask yourself, if my heart's not in a good place, do I deserve any of that? You know, you need to have your good heart. Um, you need to have your good health, and a healthy body helps create a healthy mind. So all of this could mean it has to work together in synchronicity. So that's a really good, powerful message. Thank you, Dreamweaver, for picking the rune. All right, so today I always like to try to make things a little fun or a little different. So today I bought at a yard sale an old toolbox. It's not, I call it a toolbox, but it's not a toolbox. It's one of those things that has all the drawers in it. And I discovered these two dice. They're pretty cool. Looks like somebody was making something to hang them on. But they all roll different because, I mean, they all roll the same like regular dice. I tried them to be sure, so I'm not chipping anybody. So today we're going to pick a number from 1 through 12. No, not even 1. It can't be 1. It has to be 2 through 12. Because I'm going to roll both of these dice and see what number we come out with. So numbers 2 through 12 are the number to pick for the chance of a free reading. So let's make it different. All right, come on, pick a number, everybody. Whew. Man, I must have really been tired last night. I had a little bit of a sore throat, and I woke up finding myself snoring a little bit. I'm like, oh, wow. I mean, has anybody noticed? I don't know where you're all from and if it's the same in all locations, but with that air quality we're getting, you know, that big BS line that we're being handed, my sinuses and stuff, I'm hacking up stuff that it's just ridiculous, and I don't smoke, so you know. It's interesting. So I think it's messing with my quality of breathing right now. Of course, air quality. Yeah, but they didn't tell you what they're putting in the air, what chemicals are really in those fires that are making them go on forever. Someone else told me that they know people in California or Canada or wherever these fires are supposed to be coming from, and they said, "Well, we don't. They've been under control and put out for a while now, so they don't understand where this BS is really coming from." So there may be some that are. I don't know. It's again, if they're still burning, that means they put chemicals in that crap to make sure it kept burning. If you get my drift. Anyway, so wait for the numbers. Numbers. Ooh, I gotta go put on my fan. A little warm. Turn this away. There we go. The fan, man. Okay. All right. I think our numbers are in. All right, Spirit, with these new dice here. Help me roll the proper number for the person that really needs this reading today. Thank you. We have 6. Oh, look at that. You hit that one right on the head, Auntie. 6. Look. It's for Sean's birthday, right? If I remember correctly. 6. All right. Pink and red. All right. Which one should we start with? Let's do the Mystic Forest. All right, Spirit, for Barbara Lewis. What does she need to know right now? Please always pick the proper card if this helps her in her path in life. Okay, so on. Whoa. No problem. Yeah. You're not meant to struggle and fight your way through. Drop the concerns of your ego and watch imaginary walls crumble away. You've already won. So sometimes you don't have to fight so hard, or maybe take things on. I think the basic message for the week was is kind of like perfect for you. It's just like peel away what just no longer serves your higher good. But but right now I think it is still with you. I know there's so many things that maybe is paying attention to detail is going to be your key. Um, and after that, I think certain things are going to start to fall into place. So paying attention to all those fine details. Wow, because there's so many different things going on in your life. I'm getting that some of the things you need. All right, you need to pick the ones that are mostly important. I think right now, and to tend to those fine details. And then there's other things that I think that you could put on the side because it's almost like not taking too many things on at once is going to be very helpful for you because I think the stress that you cause yourself from doing that just makes things a little harder and you're not it's making it so you don't have enough time to pay attention to the details to the things that you do want to accomplish, if that makes sense. So um, that's what that card means. All right. All right, Spirit. What else does Barbara Lewis need right now? What cards best going to help her in her path in life? She need to know. She need to hear. What's the soul need to tell her? Soul cards. That one. That one. Do I believe I am worthy? I would think you do, but you don't know always what's going on inside someone's head, right? You are worthy, you are deserving, you are loved. Start seeing the divine beauty within you and go out and claim the life you've dreamt up. Your crown has been bought and paid for. Put it on your head and wear it. It's kind of like really going hand in hand with this one there, too. Today's soul action. If you can screenshot that, good. For a big goal or dream you have, ask yourself, do I feel worthy of this? Today's mantra, I am worthy of it all. So maybe when you're working on and fine tuning these details to stuff, say, all right, I am worthy of this. I am worthy of it all. I am worthy of this. I am worthy of it all. Then three times a day. So I can see how the main message can really be incorporated here. All right, you know what? For you, well, I'm going to pull a rune card. Rune cards are good cards for the self. They help us know where we are, where we're going, what we need to do, what action needs to be taken, things like that. So this is going to kind of be you, hopefully where you are. Maybe they give you some action that might help bring on the fall of things. All right, Spirit, for Barbara Lewis. Help me pull the proper card for Barbara Lewis. Ooh. All right, you need strength. This is actually one of my favorite runes. Urus. Gateway. So stepping before the gate. Is this no, maybe this isn't the one. What? Oh no. This is a different one. But it has that symbol. This is the actual symbol. All right, so I'm thinking of a different one. So gateway, stepping through, making sure that you're checking in on yourself before you do take on that doorway of achieving and retrieving everything. You have to look at your past, all the things that actually made you stronger, instead of looking at them in a negative light. You're supposed to look at them in a positive light. Like, okay, you know, all this A, B, and C happened to me when I was younger or whatever. But you know what? Maybe some of the things I learned from, it made me a better person. Yeah, some of those lessons were for me. I really did need to take a look at myself in that way. And oh well, you know, I went through A, B, and C, but you know what? It made me stronger. No one will ever be able to pull the wool over my eyes again. So there's so many different aspects of your life that has taken place that you needed to grow from. So you're supposed to do that life review. And then you step through the gate of everything that you're finally deserving of. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. 21. Let's see if I got that right. All right. Thuraz. It's Thurisaz. Gateway. And that's this rune here. So I will read this. With a gateway for its symbol, this rune indicates that there is work to be done both inside and outside of yourself. The gateway is the frontier between heaven and the mundane. Arriving here is a recognition of your readiness to contact the numinous, the divine, to illuminate your experience so that its meaning shines through its form. Thuraz is a rune of non-action. Thus, the gateway is not to be approached and passed through without contemplation. Here you are being confronted with the true reflection of what is hidden in yourself, what must be exposed and examined before successful action can be undertaken. This rune strengthens your ability to wait. Now is not a time to make decisions. Deep transformational forces are at work in this next to last of the cycle runes. Visualize yourself standing before a gateway on a hilltop. Your entire life lies out behind you and below. Before you step through, pause and review the past, the learning and the joys, the victories and the sorrows. Everything it took to bring you here. Observe it all, bless it all, release it all. For in letting go of the past, you reclaim your power. Step through the gateway now. Woo! That's good. That's powerful. That's good shit. All right. Just in case you work with the reversed, but I did pull it right side up. A quickening of your development is indicated here, and yet even when the growth process accelerates, you will have reasons to halt along the way, to reconsider the old, to integrate the new. Take advantage of these halts. If you are undergoing difficulties, remember, the quality of your passage depends upon your attitude and upon the clarity of your intention. Be certain that you are not suffering over your suffering. Drawing Thuraz reverse demands contemplation on your part. Hasty decisions at this time may cause regrets, for the probability is that you will act from weakness, deceive yourself about your motives, and create new problems more severe than those you are attempting to resolve. Impulses must be tempered by thought for correct procedure. Do not attempt to go beyond where you haven't yet begun. Be still, collect yourself, and wait on the will of heaven. Woo! Love it! Some powerful messages you got there. Love it. So that is your message for today. If anybody else wants a reading, hey, how come the weird that the banner stopped? That's kind of freaky. All right. Lately, I've been signing on here, and banners just are going, but not today. Weird stuff. All right. So anybody else wants a reading here today, you can donate to this information scrolling through here below. All the information, all the ways to donate, and the apps are below. And how you can do it. You just have to let me know you did and what app you used. And I hope that was helpful for you, Auntie. It sounded really good. Always good advice. The runes are, I love runes. I used to really dive into them a lot way back when. Should start doing it again. Should really start doing a lot of things again. Maybe once my whole house and basement gets cleaned, I can focus on stuff like that. I'm going to be working on a couple of decks of cards here very soon. I'm going to try to get them done before September, which doesn't leave me very long, but I already have the pictures. They've been stored away on my computer and my phone for a very long time. So all I have to do is tap into them. And as soon as I see the pictures, the words just flow. So I can create a deck in a day or two. 2 or 3 if I don't want to ignore the dogs for 2 days, So I'll be looking forward to making a few more decks of cards. The next one's going to be, I'm going to redo my old deck because I found a way to make the print bigger finally, I think. If this program works like I think it should. And I'm going to rewrite them so they're easier to read. And I will have that deck available. People who've purchased that deck absolutely love that deck. And I'm going to try to make every deck have the 4 elements, the 4 directions, the 4, what are there's 4 something else. 4 elements, 4 directions. I don't know. And yes and no cards. So they will be complete that way. But the next one I plan to make is all flowers. So there's pictures of all the different flowers. You wouldn't believe the array of flowers that are in this town. And of course, I take all the pictures myself. So they are really completely handmade, except for, of course, the card material and stuff itself and the printing of them. So looking forward to those. You are welcome, Auntie. All right. Priyanka, you need to send a donation for readings. So if you send me a donation to one of the apps that are scrolling through below here, you have to let me know which one so I can check on it. And the more you donate, the more reading you get. It has to be at least $5 or more. The more you donate, again, the more you get. $5 might just get you a card of my interpretation. $10, you get more than that. So on and so on. So let me know if you still want one. We have about 6 minutes left. Maybe a little more if I stay a little longer since I signed on a few minutes. And what I can do in the meantime is if anybody wants me to pick them an angel card, I can give you the message from the angel card. That's what I like to do when I have some extra time. And the word we like to use always is simplify. Simplify your life. And that was one of the messages in today's messages for the week. So like my cool dice. So anybody want a angel card? Mama. All right, for mom. How does that get spirit? What does she need to know? And they're telling me the first card here. Surrender. So surrender your feelings, surrender your emotion, give things to God. You know, it's interesting because, I didn't do the stone. I got to do the stone. All right. Surrender. They're talking about palatable, like even foods. So if there's something that's really good for you, and I know you are really stubborn when it comes to trying new things, especially foods. But I think you're actually supposed to surrender because you're going to find out that you like it and that it works really well with your body. So there may be something coming up soon that you want to try. I'll tell you what, if you could find yourself a fresh fennel root, whatever you call it, almost looks a little like a short stalk of celery or something with the fennel that looks kind of like dillweed coming out the top. You should cook that up. It is so good. I just tried that. So surrendering the palatable. Interesting. All right. We forgot the stone. I can't believe we forgot the stone. All right. So here's some stones, but I'm also going to be asking, if I don't pull it out of here, I'm going to ask for the things that I was told about this morning. All right. That was the one anyway. All right, Spirit, what stone is best going to help everyone in their path in life? We have the Bumblebee Jasper. That's going to be an added message. Bumblebee Jasper. It's that happiness and brightness in life. But interesting piece of information about Bumblebee Jasper. It's one of those stones that if it's not polished, you shouldn't wear it up against your skin because it is toxic. So you never want to make a water elixir out of these or anything because, again, what they're made out of can be toxic. All right, so we're going to work on that and emeralds. Let me see. What are the metaphysical properties of bumblebee jasper? All right, bumblebee jasper is believed to be a stone of joy, vitality, and creativity, with metaphysical properties including promoting happiness, confidence, and spiritual awakening. It's also, come on, associated with what? I did. All right, let's ask it anything. AI mode. I'm going to ask you, even though I want to. What are the come on, AI mode. Not interested. All right, no, we're just not interested in that. All right, it's also associated with balancing the sacral and solar plexus chakra, enhancing creativity and encouraging positive thinking. Here's a more detailed look at this metaphysical properties. Positive energy and joy. Bumblebee jasper is thought to be a powerful stone for uplifting energy, promoting happiness, and encouraging the celebration of life's small moments. It is believed to help release negative thought patterns and to bring a more positive outlook. Confidence and empowerment. Oh man, this goes on. Creativity and motivation, spiritual awakening, balancing and grounding. Balancing and grounding. We need that grounding. Important note, while bumblebee jasper is a beautiful and powerful stone, it does contain sulfur and other minerals that can be harmful if ingested or inhaled. It's essential to wash the hands after handling and avoid cleansing it in water. Oh, hopeful tidbit on that. All right, we're going to do the emerald. You're welcome, Mama. All right. What are the metaphysical properties of emerald? I'd like to know why this thing doesn't talk to me anymore. Emeralds are renowned for their metaphysical properties, particularly those related to love, wisdom, and healing. They are believed to promote clarity of thought, enhanced intuition, and foster emotional balance. Emeralds are also associated with love, loyalty, and wisdom, and are thought to bring growth, renewal, and prosperity. There's a little more, love and relationships. Emeralds are often called to be the stone of successful love, believed to foster harmony, unity, and loyalty in relationships, emotional healing. They are thought to have a calming effect on the emotions, helping to heal the heart and encouraging compassion and empathy. Strengthening bonds. Emeralds are believed to strengthen emotional connections and promote a sense of deep connection between partners, according to Precious Earth. There's mental and spiritual beliefs, clarity and focus, intuition and wisdom, clearing negative energies, spiritual growth, and so much other stuff. You have to look that up. So that's our emeralds. So you got two messages, two different stone things, stone properties, and two different stones to really work with and guide you through these transitions. And for those like having to move or really going through a big transformation right now, carrying a piece of fluorite with you really helps to bring the newness, to accept the newness and freshness into your life, and kind of helps to project you into looking forward to the new change, because change is scary. Some people don't like change. They're afraid what's coming up next, blah, blah, blah. So that helps you through all of that. All right. So I hope that has been of help for everyone today. And if anyone donated, let me know now, because we're getting ready to end the podcast. So please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I just posted 2 more episodes on there, so you have something to hit the notification bell on in case you forget. Don't forget to go to The Violet Sage on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Again, hit the notification bell. And on Facebook, like, share, subscribe. And I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I'm not seeing anybody on Facebook right here, right now. And I tried renewing them while we were live on here. And it seems like only one of them took, and I'm not sure which one. It's not even showing me the pictures anymore. So, all right, there we have it. And don't forget the full moon. Do some of your manifesting. utilize the passage in the book. Just rewatch this so maybe you can screenshot certain aspects and remember the rhyme. And focus on love, joy, and happiness. Take any downtime to tend to those the fine print and the intricate things that you need to go through, things you need to sort out. Making any changes that you need to make within yourself, your attitude, the way you look at life. I mean, all these little things are going to, once you put them in positive mode, they're going to project you forward because now is the time for creation. Let's get it done. We're walking into fall pretty soon here, which I'm kind of excited about, but I'm not excited about what follows fall. But let's get it done. All right. Much love and light to you all. And we will see you again next week on the 17th. Wow. This month is just flying right along. All right. Namaste, everyone.